you introduce yourself?
So, my name's Alonzo. Been with Dusty Bottom for probably about a little over a year now, almost coming up on a year. And just new to trail running. I've done a couple marathons, but I'm very new to trail running. I've done one race so far, an official trail running race.
What race was that?
The first race I did was the Red Hills Ramble.
Oh, our race.
So,
Of course, it's got to be your first. What distance did you do?
I did the was the 15K.
15K.
Yeah. So that was the one where we did the one up El Guapo.
With Dusty Bottom for a year, just gotten into trail running. But how long running in general?
Running in general, actually my very first race I did back in 2003. Which was my first marathon. My wife is actually, her bucket list was to run a marathon. It was nowhere on my list at all. But I joined with her. Her and I did team and training, and we went from a couch to our first marathon in 6 months with team and training. And so I did that in 2003. Once I was done with that, I didn't run again until 2013, 2014. So I took a long hiatus. And started up again with Shadow Chase. Started running with them, get my legs back under me, and here I am. I've been a couple of years back into it, done some halves, done a couple fulls, and a whole bunch of 5Ks and things.
Excellent. Excellent.
So really enjoying it.
On the run.
Yes.
You a music listener?
Yes. Well, I used to listen to a lot of music when I was running, and then I washed my wireless headphones and they don't work anymore, so now I haven't been running with any music. But when I do have music, pretty wide variety, but something to get me going. Throw a little bit of AC/DC in there, throw a little bit of Pantera, Cowboys from Hell or something, I don't know. Something will get me going.
As far as race medals,
Yes.
do you have one that just, means a lot to you? Is just a really cool design?
I've got several medals from the races that I've done, but the one that stands out, it's got to be Red Hills. What I like about it the most, it's a slice of wood with a piece of twine on it and the Dusty Bottom stamp logo on the wood, and I love it. It's one of my most cherished.
What's your dream race or dream location? If you could hit a trail somewhere, or even a road, we're not going to be against road running.
Yep. Actually, I thought about this a little bit, and I think it would be Cinque Terre in Italy. And just doing those trails, connecting the cities, running along the ocean. It's my dream vacation destination, and if I could mix in a run there, that would be the spot.
What's your favorite trail to run? I know you say you're going to get out to Brushy Peak.
Right.
But when you can choose, where do you want to run?
If it's wherever I want to run, if I could get to Tahoe and just run anywhere in Tahoe, I don't really have anything specific just because I haven't really seen a lot of trails there. But when I have ran in Tahoe, absolutely love it. I tell you, just with the way my running's been going, I've got the Modesto Marathon coming up in March. And I think after that marathon, I'm going to focus more on trail running than on road running. I really want to explore this area. And, distances right now, I think kind of a half marathon seems like a maintainable distance to run and to kind of keep race ready fit, I think. But
it's a great base to have. You can always jump up from
right. But when I start to explore trail running, hearing everybody talk and being part of this group, 50K was never part of my vocabulary, but it is becoming part of it as I continue to run with DB, so we'll see what happens.
So favorite distance then sounds like half marathon.
Half marathon right now is what feels good, just because it's easy to maintain. It's easy to train for. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you, or you've seen out on the trail, or on the road?
Really, so far the only funniest thing that's happened to me is just a nighttime run, being on a canal. Happened to catch a rut, and next thing you know, I'm doing a tumble, and I'm very close to the edge of the canal, going into the water. Was able to kind of do a tuck and roll, and did the shoulder roll, and came up running. So, got really lucky that night. I didn't end up in the water, but yeah, that's about the funniest thing that's happened so far. I'm sure there's plenty more ahead of me.
Yeah, I'd say when you're not running, what do you like to do?
You know, it's mostly pretty much drink beer and chill.
DB?
Yep.
It's your DB hardcore. Who are your running heroes? Who inspires you? Who's going to get you to that TRT 50 miler?
You know, there's actually a lot of inspiration out there. I would say one of my running heroes has got to be Charlie Johnson, just because he was my first running coach, you know, and he got me going from the very beginning. I look all around DB, and there's inspiration all over the place. So, and Barbara Miller is another person. I just see just her longevity and everything that she's accomplished with her running just blows me away.
What moment did you realize you were a runner? Or are you still trying to find that moment?
Still trying to find that moment, but I think I kind of look back at this a little bit, and I think the one point was when I woke up one morning and I realized that I was a member of 3 different running clubs. It's like, okay, I think I might be kind of a runner now. So,
what are your goals? I mean, we're going into 2017. This is the time people in general, but runners especially, start looking at the race calendar.
Yep.
Where are you? Do you think you're going to go finish out the year as an ultra?
I think there's a possibility there. What I'd really like to try to get into this year, if I could, is to do the double dipsy, maybe. I think a 50K might be in the future this year. So yeah, definitely just trail running is really what I want to focus on this next year.
Favorite beer? Favorite?
Man, you know, when it comes to beer right now, anything Imperial Stout or a porter. You know, been going with Modern Times right now. Is a beer that's one of my favorites. And I'm working on my palate for IPAs, trying to find out which one fits my palate. I'm almost there, so I just keep exploring.
Well, good thing here at Fuzio, Thomas gives us a lot of IPAs to explore. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time, and keep running.
All right, thank you very much. Go DB.